Like, this is the epitome of ignorance. It's like you want to come across smart, you want to be an influencer, but you're not doing the things to help you become an influencer, right? You're putting yourself in the line of fire when you cannot speak well, when you cannot write well, you know?
Gladi versus the algorithm, no fake decision. Every make it cross-examine, truth hit harder when it's candid. Gladi versus the algorithm, mind stay driven. If it's delusion, I'm breaking the vision. Press play, welcome to the collision. You can keep scrolling, or you can start thinking.
Welcome to another reaction video here on Gladi versus the algorithm. I have a short one today. It's short and it's only happening because of circumstance. Let's say that, right? So I was going through my timeline on my personal account, which I know is cheating because I should be looking at the algorithm for the Gladi versus the algorithm account, right? But I was having some personal time on Instagram. Sue me. I ran into this content and all I saw was the text at first. I wasn't hearing anything. It says, why do black men who don't like or date black women act like that? I'm like, act like what? I don't understand. So then I played the video, which I will play for you now.
I'm gonna ask this question because I'm not scared of nobody. I'm not scared of the internet. I'm not scared of being cyberbullied. None of that shit, bitch. Try it. But why do black men who don't date black women act like that? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Why they act like that?
She starts off by saying that she's not afraid of the internet. She doesn't care if she gets trolled or she don't care about internet bullies and stuff like that. So obviously she's trying to get a rise out of people, right? She didn't quite get a rise out of me here. I was just like, what the hell's going on? Like, what? I don't understand the question. So she basically doubled down on what the text was saying on the initial post, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe I can figure it out in the comments, right? But before I even go into that, women that typically say things like this are bothered because they either don't have a man, can't get a man, or can't keep a man if they were to get him, right? And maybe she wants black men. It sounds like she favors black men. And when you favor black men and black men aren't giving you attention, especially when you see them around white women, you tend to think why they act like that or why they're acting. I guess she's assuming they're acting too good or whatever. I'm trying to figure it out. I still don't know up to now, but once we go through the comments, we'll kind of be able to discern what it is that she's trying to say. But I think overall, what's happening is she's not getting her way with black men. And when she sees black men with white women, she's offended, right? And I guess they're acting a certain way. I think a lot of times when people, and this is not a black or white thing, I think a lot of times when people don't understand how to use the English language, right? Like, for instance, she says, I'm not afraid of nobody, which is a double negative. It doesn't make sense. Now, if she would have said, I'm not afraid of anyone or anybody, that would make more sense. So through the comments, which we'll go through now, one here, we literally have no clue what you're talking about. I have a few associates who date white chicks. I'd love to answer your question if you actually provided context. And then we have, you didn't finish the question. Act like what? Now, I go into the comments and say, this is incoherent rage baiting. What's the real question for 500 Alex, right? And then now you have Simpy McSimperson coming to her defense, right? We have a gentleman here that is cosplaying as a masculine man who is truly a feminist, right? He says she did. She asked why they act the way they do. I fully understood the question, and I also want to know. Why the fuck do you want to know, sir, mister, he, him, or are you they, them, right? Because why does it matter to you? I don't understand. And then she goes, he's trying to deflect. He know, I don't. I genuinely don't. I don't know what the hell you're asking. Where is your man? That's the main question. Where is your man, right? Because if you had a man, you shouldn't be worrying about this. And if you do have a man and you're still worrying about this, I worry about your man. Because why are you making content about other men doing whatever it is that they want to do in their lives while you have a man at home. Which leads me to think that you don't have a man at home. Let's continue. I go ahead and say, if you have to say, you know what I'm talking about twice, then the question is not clear. We have to then decipher what it is she's implying. I guess I'm not going to get it because I only date black women and I didn't study girl math. And that's me taking shots at Mr. Lawson. He comes back and says, then the question wasn't for you. And then she goes, shout out to you. I love interacting with people who have functioning brain cells. Mrs. I ain't scared of nobody. And then I just give an applaud because, she's only increasing the stupidity of this post. This gentleman says, why do black women concern themselves with men who don't want them? Why do you care? Great question. Why do you care? Right? So instead of answering the question, instead of holding herself accountable, she chooses to shame the gentleman, right? She shames him. And then he goes, is that you behind makeup, weave, and a filter? Just to be a 3? Sad work. I will admit she's not a 3 even with the makeup on. I think she's about a 6, so I'll give her that. Okay, so then I think she comes back. She says, yes, it is. Laugh, laugh, laugh. I looked at your page, and a 3 coming from you means nothing. Okay, she got back at him. And it seems like she is unbothered by going back and forth. I think this is what she wants. I think as of right now, she is at a whopping 199 followers. She has a check mark, so she verified her account, which is cool. And this post that we are talking about has almost 5,000 views. So it's doing what she wants it to do, obviously. I think when I checked earlier, she had less followers, so I know this is boosting her up a little bit. So let's boost you some more. This gentleman says, if you're not scared of nobody, then you are scared of everybody. It's called a double negative. She's such an idiot and no accountability here. She replies, you thought that made sense? It's called you're fake woke. Thank you, Bianca. A young lady comes in and says, you're mad at him because you don't understand how grammar works. Instead of being offended, you could use the information to help you in the future. And then she goes, you can shut the fuck up. And here's some more lack of accountability. Hi, hun. It's an inaccurate statement, and it doesn't not correlate to me at all. He is implying that me giving my I'm not scared of anyone, not spelled correctly, disclaimer, as me putting up a front or something. But I'm 100% serious. I'm sorry, I can only read this how it's written. I can't read bad grammar. It's very difficult. And then he says, apparently you didn't. That's enough of this, man. I can't go through all of this because I'm losing brain cells as we speak. So basically, her question was not clear, and it's showing based on the answers that she's getting back within the comments that it's not clear. There are some people in here that are agreeing with her because they kind of understand what she's saying, because there's no way to fully understand 100% what she's saying. But I think a lot of people typically don't get it, right? And she's expecting people to go read the caption. And even within the caption, it's just a lot of nothing, a lot of bullshit. And she's not understanding why it's hard to understand what the fuck she's saying. Like, this is the epitome of ignorance. It's like you want to come across smart, you want to be an influencer, but you're not doing the things to help you become an influencer, right? You're putting yourself in the line of fire when you cannot speak well, when you cannot write well, And me, I am not the authority of proper grammar. I am not the authority of writing well. That's not me. But what I will say is, when you choose to shame people that are trying to understand what you mean when you have an incoherent question, you need to humble yourself, hold yourself accountable, and give more insight instead of shaming people. But here, you get a lot of engagement, you pull a lot of back and forth, and when you're within that back and forth, you have to use spell check at the very least so that you don't continue to look stupid. And that's it for this content today. Again, shout out to this young lady. I have no beef with her. Probably won't be able to go as far as she does because she's just picking up her phone. I have a full production, so I'm not about to do this all day. I have other things to edit. But shout outs to you again. And if you are feeling this content, or if you feel like I'm wrong, let me know, because I don't think I am. So like, comment, subscribe, and let me know in the comments how you feel about this one. I won this so far. Peace.
Same recycled trash, different font, same lazy cash. Cloud got people saying wild shit proud and cry victim when I say it out loud. I'm calm but lethal with sentences, I don't yell, I end narratives. If it don't make sense, it don't survive. I don't debate, I cross-examine live. Internet loud, ego inflated, opinion strong, foundation faded. It's just me and the truth in the ring, and I promise the truth gon' sting. I don't ride waves, I study the tide. I don't chase noise, I neutralize lies. Say it with your chest or